Hi Gemini, this is going to be your reading for January 2020 career. So I really hope that you are doing well. We're going to check out the situation, see what is coming through for the first month of the year. Alright, so let's have a look. Also, I do want to mention as well, if you'd like to win a free reading with me, information will be down in the description box below since I do a giveaway every single month. If you would like to purchase a private paid reading, that will be down below as well. They're done within 24 to 48 hours. And the last thing I want to mention is that my intention bracelets are on Etsy. So everything is down below if you're interested, and very affordable. International shipping. They are handmade by me, they're sage, they're meditated with, and do check out the reviews so that you can see how they have worked for other people as well. So this is the finance and wealth one, just in case you are interested. There's also a career one on my Etsy as well. Okay, so let's begin. Gemini. So this is the Tarot Black and Gold edition cards, just in case you're wondering. They are a little bit more sort of on the thinner side, as you can see, but nonetheless very, very beautiful. They do bend quite a lot. You can kind of see how they are bent a little bit, but what I love the most is the messages that are coming through here. So we've got the Three of Pentacles. We also have the Hierophant as well. Now the Three of Pentacles here shows teamwork and collaboration, so especially in January for career, I'm definitely seeing a busy month. There's definitely a lot going on. There is this sort of emphasis on projects, working with other people, making sure that things are being done and getting done on time. There's also an increase in stability as well. You're going to feel confident, you're going to feel like you are on top of it all, so that is good, but it is going to be busy and it can be quite stressful. Alright, so just stay in that Hierophant-like energy, which is very much so the energy that just sort of grounds you as well. That's coming through quite strong. So you've got quite a lot of earth energy here to start with. Okay, yeah, definitely quite important here for you to sort of ground your energy, especially with the Hanged Man. Okay, so if you feel like things are just super busy, like you just can't, you can't deal with the stressful element of things, look, you're going to feel good, alright? You are going to be on top of things, but you may also feel that additional stress when you perhaps come home or you're trying to sort of get away from things. You may feel very stressed, so it's important here that you take time for yourself, you retreat, you do things that you love on the side. That's coming through here with this Two of Wands, right? So looking out into the horizon and not always looking at what you're doing work-wise, but also making sure you're taking time for yourself, perhaps taking a trip. That is very, very much so something that's coming through on the cards here. It's interesting how it's coming through in January. So January, there can be a little trip or a retreat that you might take. This can be also more spirituality, so things like meditating can be really great for you, sleeping more, those kinds of things will really allow you to stay on top of things, so that more earth energy and really grounding yourself. So the Two of Wands here shows take time for yourself and allow things to get more balanced. The Sun card here is really lovely because it does show positivity, joy, happiness. It also shows things growing, things blooming, and just feeling good, in your situation and also your scenario. So that is something that's coming through quite strong. We have this Eight of Swords, which shows again that busyness can really stress you and make you feel very tied down to what you're doing. So you might think about this sort of 24/7. Try and just take a bit of space and a bit of time for yourself, because that is very, very, very important. Otherwise, you're going to feel constantly tied to your career. Okay, so that is very, very important. The Emperor here shows, is showing take some action for yourself, take time for yourself. It is just so, so important. Try not to tie your value and everything that you have towards your career. Career is important because it also is a link to finances, but it's very, very important that you don't let your career define who you are all the time. It's very, very important that you take time for yourself as well. Remember, everything in moderation. That's definitely a message that's coming through quite strong here. Everything in moderation. Try not to overstress or overwork yourself in that element or that aspect. I know the way that I'm sitting, obviously you've got shadows on these cards. I'm thinking after the January 2020 career series, I might use these mainly for pick a card readings because it is harder to see the rest of the spread, so maybe this isn't the most suitable spread to use in my zodiac sign readings. I don't know, let me know if you really love the cards, and of course I'll continue using them, but it is much more difficult to see all of the cards in their entirety on the videos, so that's something I have noticed. But hey, we use the cards, and also I've been able to get lots of nice messages out and been able to admire the cards, but still, you know, obviously they're not perhaps the most sort of camera friendly in that sense. Well, they are, but with the way I'm sitting and the way the setup is, a little bit more difficult. Talking about difficult things, Three of Swords. Do not let your career trap you, okay? Because you're essentially trapping yourself if you find that you're letting your career define who you are as well. It's a very important message here. You know, career is very important, but it's not more important than your mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual health. Remember that, all right? It is important, yes, because it brings you the kind of financial stability that can make a lot of, you know, problems sort of go away in that sense, but it is not everything, all right? It's also important that you do take time for yourself, and remember, moderation is key. The universe actually opens up doors for those that take time for themselves, as well as put in a lot of hard work. The more sort of work you're putting in, the more you're also not respecting yourself and your energy at the same time. So it's important to do things in moderation, okay? But continue to work hard, but make sure you're taking a little bit of time here and there for yourself. Four of Pentacles. Okay, so this is very much so about, you know, this 3 to the 4. I also see an increase in finances in January, so these projects, this busyness that you're having will have a reward for you. There you go, there's the reward with the Page of Pentacles. So an increase in finances and an increase in abundance, things really getting quite strong and secure in that element and that aspect. We've also got the Chariot here, which does show forward movement and progression. So it does show that January is a month of progress, not just financially and not just in terms of how much you're putting in work-wise, but also mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. It's very important that you take time for yourself and you're able to really just allow your energy to breathe, and you're able to give your energy that space that it also needs, especially with this Hanged Man energy. Take time for yourself. Hanged Man is ruled by Neptune. It is all about spirituality and really just taking care of yourself at the same time. Last card, there we go. Let me just put that on the side. So we have here the Strength card. Okay, this is about taming your fears, being strong in your energy, but making sure you're taking time for yourself. Strength is not always, you know, how much work you can put into something. It is also about sort of how much you respect yourself to give yourself the same amount of work that you're putting into other things. So if you're putting in a lot of work into other things that you're doing, especially career-wise, it's important to also put that work into yourself as well, because that's important, and that's also feeding your soul as well. Alright, so that is something that I'm seeing very important. Work hard for sure, but do not overwork yourself. You see, they say don't work hard, work smart. I'm not saying don't work hard, but essentially it's about working smart, and working smart means working in moderation and really just sort of not overdoing it to the point where it's just overwhelming. It's about really doing it in a way that balances everything out in the best way possible. Alright, so that's really a very important message that I am seeing coming through in your reading, Gemini, and this is your reading. Yeah, again, you know, the cards are a little bit more difficult to see, so I think after this series I will probably, you know, go to another tarot deck. It's just a little, it's a little bit difficult with the way that I sit, and of course the way the camera picks it up with my shadow. So yeah, let me know. I would love some feedback on that. But this is your reading, Gemini, and if this resonates with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel as well. And next to the subscribe button there is a bell notification. Make sure you do click on that button. It will just make sure that my videos go into your subscription box, because sometimes even if you are subscribed to my channel, they won't go in there. Of course, it's totally free to subscribe, and do check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, which is done every month, and also my intention bracelets, which are on Etsy if you are interested in any of those things. And I just hope that you have an absolutely lovely day or night wherever you are, whenever you're watching this, and I'm sending lots of positivity your way. Remember to work smart, not hard. Remember, working smart doesn't mean that you don't work hard, it just means that you work in moderation, and that, you know, That is very important. So take care,